Hello and welcome. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&Chew guy, and this is the very first review of a new playlist. The playlist will be standalone products, and as you just saw, I will be reviewing Hawken Wintergreen. This is a standalone product in my mind because although it is in a circular can, it is a chewing tobacco. All right. And the proof that it is a chewing tobacco is its tax class. This is a tax class C product. Hawken Wintergreen is a product of the American Snuff Company. American Snuff Company as in Grizzly. It was released sometime during 1980, which happens to be the same year that American Snuff Company released Kodiak Wintergreen. I have a theory. I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to try to keep it short. This is not fact by any means. Okay, the student dip. Oh my God, I really got to start getting my own name right. I got to try to start doing that. This is not fact. My theory is that the American Snuff Company saw the trends and saw where the future of smokeless tobacco in the United States was going, and that future lie in dip. At the time, they were holding, to the best of my knowledge, Levi Garrett, which had by 1980-81 had a significant portion of the loose leaf chewing tobacco market. But they saw the future wasn't in loose leaf chewing tobacco. They saw that it was in dip. And they wanted to get into that, so they released Kodiak Wintergreen. My theory is that this product, Hawken, was to sort of segue chewing tobacco users into users of dip. All right. Yeah, it's chewing tobacco. I'm going to introduce it in a round can so you get used to the idea of little round cans, and we're going to flavor it with wintergreen. Get used to the idea of wintergreen. All right. It's going to be a really fine cut, and if you want, you can keep it up front, sort of front lip. Get you used to the idea of that. It's not going to be a huge clump sitting in the back. So that's my theory. As I said, it's just theory. This was American Snuff Company's way of sort of easing chewing tobacco users into being dip users. So I opened this already. The can lid is metal. All right. It's a good looking can. It has the American Snuff Company raised rim in silver. Flavor. It is 1.2 ounces. It does say actually on the front chewing tobacco. Right there. You got the warning label. The side band, which I mistakenly said during the Kodiak review had a stripe like the Kodiak products. I was actually looking at a Kodiak Wintergreen can at the time, so I didn't quite have that right. But it does have the American Snuff Company emblem, which is pretty standard for all of their products, even the Grizzly, I believe. On the back, you do have a sticker. It does have a date code right there in the black stripe. If you want to know about the date codes on this, I am all but sure that Berg's Dip Reviews, which is found on my homepage under featured channels, will explain that code. This product is 61% domestic tobacco and 39% imported tobacco. Considering it's chewing tobacco, that's not really bad. I'm going to open the can up here, show you the product inside. As I said, I have been dipping this for a couple days now, I'm trying to get myself ready for this wintergreen. I'm not a big wintergreen guy, and I got a lengthy wintergreen series coming up in the next. It'll be starting in the next couple days. I think there's 23 entries on it. So I was trying to get myself used to the idea of wintergreen, and this happened to work for that too. So that is the product in the can. It is, I've seen it described as rough cut, fat cut. I think the company describes it as a rough cut. I'm going to try this light again because I really want to use this light, basically. That's what it looks like. It's trying to get the light a little farther away. Yeah, it's a little more brown in person. The smell off it is wintergreen. It's not a harsh wintergreen. The product itself is really sweet. I've heard people describe it as candy before. To me, a person that isn't a huge fan of wintergreen, it's perfect for me. So hold on for just a second. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, and I am back. The flavor is, to me, a very sweet wintergreen. I'm a straight guy, in more ways than one. Sorry. I dip Stoker straight, so sweet does not bother me. That's, my thing, sort of. I like this stuff. I mean, it's nice for a change. Nicotine content is going to be real low, okay? The regular nicotine content and also the free nicotine content. If you ever hear me refer to free nicotine content, that number is how much you absorb the nicotine and the rate you absorb it at. But higher that number, the better if you're looking for a nicotine fix. This product, both of its numbers are very low. But again, that sort of falls in line with it being a chewing tobacco. So, very sweet. It's comfortable. I have a feeling, and as I said, I don't know about date codes. I have a feeling that this was sitting on a shelf for a while. I didn't add any water or anything, but it is pretty, it almost reminds me of a cube cut pipe tobacco, which is basically a plug tobacco that's been cut in a way that it forms a whole tin of very small cubes. And it sort of feels like that in my lip. After a little while, it softens up. I think if the can was fresh, I ran into this stuff by accident. I was looking for something else in a store that I don't often pass, and I look over and they had this stuff, and I never saw it in person before. So I knew about it, but I never actually saw it. So I picked it up, obviously. I was like, give me a... And they were almost surprised. The lady behind the counter was like, the Hawken? I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh, okay. Sort of gave me the impression that maybe she hadn't sold much of it recently. Anyway, I like the flavor. As I said, I'm not a big wintergreen guy, but the flavor is all right. It's sweet. It gets comfortable in the lip. I have a feeling if you get a can of this stuff fresh, it would be comfortable off the bat. It stays well formed. All right. All in all, it's a nice change for me. If you are a person that normally dips wintergreen, it depends what wintergreen you normally dip. I mean, if you lean to the sweet side, then you'll probably like this stuff. Here's the thing, though. It's not going to satisfy you nicotine-wise. All right? So this has been put as a standalone product because it is a chewing tobacco in a dip can, basically. That's what it comes down to. This series, this playlist series, will never be very large. I only have about 4 things lined up from it for it, and all of them, except for this, I still haven't figured out how to get a hold of yet. So This is going to be a one-off for a little while. The series will have more videos at some point, but not too soon, I don't think. This has been my review of Hawken Wintergreen chewing tobacco. I am the Suit&Tie Dip and Chew Guy. Do take care of yourselves, and God bless.